Well, yeah, basically it's a double bill, and we're from Play with Fire Productions, and I'll let James talk a bit more about it.
Yeah, so it's two plays that we're doing. They're both about 30 to 40 minutes each. The first one is Contractions by Mike Bartlett, and the second one is North of Providence by Edward Allen Baker. Amy is going to be starring in Contractions with Claire Cameron, and it's directed by Sam Redway.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to feed in about what it's about?
Yeah, so Contractions, so both plays are only half an hour long, and Contractions is more of the black comedy, so it's going to be the first of the double bill, so I think it's quite 1984-esque with very Big Brother type themes as well, so like the way that we're all being watched a lot more now, but it's kind of set in a corporate environment, like a big company environment, so it's sort of reflective of like the American like big companies and how they can set a lot of rules and regulations, and are we going towards that sort of way, and so it is sort of trying to just look at like what the future could be in the way that we're going, and just trying to make us just think about what choices we're making, and obviously social media always comes into that as well. So yeah, it's just trying to talk about the life, the social sort of everyone watching everyone. You haven't got a personal life, and your business life being mixed up with your personal life as well, and are they allowed to be separate anymore?
Black comedy as well. It's not like sort of super serious. It's got serious edge to it, and it's got a real kind of morale to it. But it's first and foremost kind of a real black comedy, and then it has a serious point to make, I think.
Yeah.
And then obviously North of Providence, which I'm in with Hannah Ellis, and Daniel Bradford is directing it. That's more of set in America, and it's about a brother and sister who are kind of coming together over sort of a difficult period. Their father is incredibly ill, and sort of I'm playing the brother, obviously, and he's going through a tough time of dealing with it, and it's about sort of the reconnection of the brother-sister relationship through the difficulty of what's going on at the time. Yeah, so I was in Orphans, which was kind of their first show. So it was me and Daniel in that. That was directed by Alex Toll. So that was the first one they did January last year. And then obviously they did Sans Mercy, and I kind of helped to assistant direct that.
And I helped on the marketing side, and then so we're officially like associate artists with Play with Fire. So obviously Hannah Ellis and Daniel Bradford are the managing directors of Play with Fire, and there's us two and Sarah Greenwood, who's a stage manager. So like there's 5 of us, which we feel like works well.
Yeah,
really.
It's a kind of core team that we trust each other, and it's really nice actually, because we're friends, like first and foremost, and then it's this happy coincidence that we've all got a similar way of working. We've all got a similar stance on what we think good theatre is, and we all want to sort of put plays on that tell the similar stories. We'd say it's like tell the stories for invisible voices, basically. So there's always a group that we want to tell a story about that may not be heard about in the press or in normal society, and there's always that kind of edge to it, and it's always bringing something as a story, and hopefully making people think when they go out of the theatre, as well as just liking it.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're both actors.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we both worked with Hannah Ellis for about 4 years. So she's one of the, she founded Play with Fire with Daniel Bradford. So we met each as well. We met doing a pantomime.
Yeah.
So I've done a lot of pantomime type theatre, and which was Jack and the Beanstalk we met in, wasn't it?
Yes. And then Well, yeah, we've sort of done various like TIE, Fringe things and that, and like odd bits and bobs on TV, and just so it's kind of whatever will come really. But like over the last sort of couple of years, kind of moved into the more of like, if no one wants to give us a job, we'll make our own jobs.
Well, that's one of the things about Fringe, isn't it?
Yeah.
If it's, you know, if no one's offering you anything, create your own plays, and you know.
Yeah, I think that's a great thing about sort of the Fringe, and especially the Manchester scene is such a scene for letting someone just have a go. And see, yeah, you're an actor first and foremost, or you're a writer first and foremost, or you're a director, but I think everyone's willing to let them cross over boundaries and just have a go at stuff. And that's what's really nice about the community in Manchester.
Well, yeah, because like we're producing at the moment, which is our first experience of producing Herding Cats, which is Play with Fire's play that they're doing at the end of May at Hope Mill. Might as well plug that in there.
Might as well. Yeah.
Might as well. But they, but yeah, because we're a team and we just think whatever production we're doing, we'll just do whatever role we can do that's best in that production. So sometimes there isn't an acting role for us. So like James, the assistant director before, and I did marketing before, and now we're doing the producing side. And it's weird because you do still get a buzz because you're in the environment, you're making hopefully good theatre, so you feel, sounds a bit whatever, but it still feels like you get passion out of other areas of working in theatre. I didn't realise I would do. I thought, no, just got to do acting. I don't think I'd enjoy doing anything else. But I think working with a good team and working on something really good is still, it's very enjoyable, really.
Emmerdale, in Corrie a couple of times. Both times in Corrie, you won't recognise me because I had a helmet on one time, so you could see that, and then the other time I had a balaclava on. So I don't know what they're trying to say about my face, but yeah, you wouldn't recognise me. But yeah, just odd bits and bobs here and there, but nothing sort of imminently recognisable. No.
What do you see happening with Play with Fire in the future? Do you see you taking some of these plays on tour?
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
because that is something we would love to do.
Yeah, I think there's scope for it, but at the moment we're kind of that busy with Herding Cats, and then then we've got the Fringe, and then I think sort of after July we'll kind of sit down and go, right, what's the plan for the next 6 months or so? I think there is scope for like maybe putting something on tour.
Or maybe Edinburgh Fringe.
Maybe Edinburgh Fringe, yeah.
Or Camden Fringe.
Yeah, I think, that'd be well worth looking into, I think. Obviously, dependent on how successful the Manchester Fringe goes, I think. Then, we can decide whether it's a viable option to go north or south, or both.
But yeah, I mean, obviously we really want to be involved in Manchester Fringe because we do feel like there is such a community in Manchester with that anyway. So, and you know, it feels exciting, especially like now you see everyone down there and we're all chatting about, I think there's a supportive atmosphere in Manchester and supporting each other's plays anyway. So we wanted to be involved in that because we haven't been involved in that yet. So this is our first year. And then we were going to try and do the Edinburgh as well, but we were like, do we pace what we do this year? Because we've set up rehearsal studios with Hope Mill Theatre and Aria Entertainment called Hope Studios. So that has been really full on this year. So we just thought, just pace it maybe. But we need to. We've got lots of dreams, but just need to. Pace
lots of ideas and plans, but obviously it's when sort of we can fit them in and when the timing's right, I think. Yeah. I think that's the good thing though about doing the Fringe, the Manchester Fringe first, is that it seems to be getting bigger and bigger, and it seems to be going up a level every year. So it's like, well, we really need to be part of this, like, and get into it. And so it's a big opportunity to then move on to whatever we can, hopefully. But I think it's like it's quickly becoming like a staple, isn't it, for the year and for the summer. Especially when you've got like the Manchester International Fringe as well. I think it's sort of going to work hand in hand, and it's just going to go from strength to strength, I think, hopefully.
Maybe be bigger than the Edinburgh Fringe one day.
I think there's so many avenues for work in like sort of the industry that there are a lot of times when we're not together, even with sort of Play with Fire stuff. There's a lot of time that you'll be doing something completely different from me, and we'll only see each other like first thing in the morning, last thing at night. So it's like, it's weird, we've got the same job but different jobs. Yeah, good test. 4 years, just over 4 years. 4 years last January.
How did you meet?
Doing
On
a
the
panto.
pantomime. Jack the Beanstalk. Literally, it could be any corner. He played Jack and I played a character called Jill. It's not actually in Jack and the Beanstalk, but they like to do that in pantomime, just add characters. And then we were friends first, and then honestly, the way that me, James and Hannah then all got together was we got put in a theatre company that 3 Minute Theatre put together, and that was literally, we'd only been going out officially for a couple of months. So we have always worked together quite a lot. So maybe it's just because we're used to it from the beginning of meeting each other. But and like obviously met Hannah and we just were like, we think the same. And it's bad, maybe it sounds bad, but we do something. We always want it to be better, and we're like so like, right, what? How can we make it better? But not in a negative way, just like we want to make it better. And then we all worked together in a theatre company called Extra Shot Theatre Company, and then we just sort of stopped for a while, didn't we? Because we did want a bit of a gap where I did a few shows on my own and you did a few shows on your own, and now it's weird how we've gone back to working together on things, but it doesn't. It seems to be that it works that way, but I still get excited if you're doing something that I can't see till the actual show. You know, you don't see the rehearsal bit, you just see them do the show, and like, wow, it's different than if you see all the rehearsal process, isn't it?